everyone, and in this lecture I'll be talking more about pivot table, which is like quite better than other the stuffs which we have already learned. So if you know pivot table, most of the work will be done easily, and you don't need to apply the filters and everything on everything. Like if in case I want to see the how much salesperson one is working, so I have to apply filters and see like how much salesperson one is getting everything and what's the total cost is earning everywhere. So that will become a very hectic to like apply on every salesperson. And for it's like less data over here, so you might do it, but when it's a huge data set, it becomes very difficult. So in that case, pivot table works very handy, and it's quite easy to use as well. You might be thinking like, why to learn one more concept? But believe me, it will be quite easier if you know this concept. And it's quite easy to use a pivot table. You just have to go to insert menu, and just right here it's a pivot table. Excel automatically knows where the table is, and if you have clicked somewhere in the table, if you have like if you see, if I click it here and then apply the pivot table, the Excel knows this is a table while this is not the table. So it's very like it's recommended to click it inside the table, because Excel will automatically recognize where the table is, as like you have to write where the table is and you have to select. So it's up to you. I'll select the new worksheet. If you want to use in the same worksheet, it's up to you, but using new worksheet is always better. So now as soon as you open this new worksheet, there is an option, all the fields that was available in this data set, you see, plus there is four options like salesperson and everything that was already in that, plus we have this. Now if you see like how to apply that, like what do I want on the rows column and everything, that you have to always think of yourself like as a data analyst, like what do you want on the sales on the rows. If I apply salesperson on the row, so it's very easier for me to understand like, yes, salesperson 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, whatever, it's good. If I want, suppose if I take the total cost, it becomes easier for me to understand what do you want to show by the data. That's the main thing. So applying this will be easier on the column sections. If I see, if I just write the customer names here, now it's also like let me zoom it a bit. It becomes easier for me as well to see like furniture, home space, hometown, paper fry, rental, grand total, so how much they are earning. And as well, if you want to like see sort the data, like who is working very hard and who is getting more customers and who is smart enough, so you can just go by largest to smallest, and you see now the data is sorted. Also one more thing, if you want, you can apply the filters on this thing, and instead of sum, if I want, I can just take the counts and you see how much count they are working. So if you see that salesperson 12 have sold a lots of things compared to that of the salesperson 2, which is like I think more than twice, if not I think it's already for more than twice. So yeah, you see another option, the which is given by the pivot table, is the filter region. Now in this filter region, you can filter it by anything, like which is available in your table. Of course you can't bring anything from the outside, but yeah. Now if I want to apply the filter by region over here, so you see in the in my table, previous table, if you see, the regions were southeast, northeast, or northwest and southwest, four regions were there. If I apply any filter over here, so suppose if I want to just see the northeast, so you see now the in northeast, the how the data was working. If I want to apply it in the northwest, so that also is like easier. If I want the multiples to see, then yes, I can see. So that's how the filters work. Another thing is, if I want to see by the date, Okay, by date. So now if you see salesperson 12 in every month, salesperson 3 in every month, salesperson 11 8, so it's sorted as well in the months. But if I just want it by the months, so now it's like this. Sorry. Now, and if you see it's already grouped in January, February, but yeah, I wanted it in maybe by the years for some reason, I don't know. So you can do it like this as well. But the months one, if you see, it's quite visually good. I don't know why, for me it's better. And if you want to show it to your client or anyone, then it depends upon the client requirement. So well, that's better for you to have a knowledge about this as well. One more thing is, suppose if in case the two companies are suppose have sold to each other, like now hometown and home space is the one company. So if you want to group this, just press this, and if you see now this has been grouped. If you press it here, so now you see the total sales for each company is combined. Previously it was 19 plus 14, so it is now, if you see, 33. These companies are grouped, so you can group it. One more thing to know in the pivot table is like analysis of the pivot table. So in that, if you see the slicer is basically like the filter options, but it will give a visually good appearance as well, like what you are doing. So if I see again, if I apply the regions over here and see like how much sales were done in the northeast, in the northwest, in the southeast, in the southwest, or if I want to see with the multiple regions. So now three columns. So you see it becomes easier with the slicer. Well, if you can do it from here as well, but with the slicer also it's quite easier, because now see the both are working the same way. So in this way pivot table works. I know you might have thinking that I talk very quickly and everything, but it's not too hard to understand the pivot table, because once you work on one or two tables, it will be like visually appealing to you and you can understand it very well. And I wanted to complete it quickly because now I want to talk more about the data and analysis of the data, how the data visualization works and charts and everything. That's why I thought like to complete it very earlier. So hope so you find it helpful, and if you have any doubt, please let me know and I can make a video on that as well. If you want, you can comment, and I just literally see the comments because they are not lots of comments. So if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Thank you.